2, Scene 4 in 5 minutes. An oft-forgotten theme, this one, that brings Act 2 to a close. 2 halves, 2 very, very clear halves to it. The first half is a bit like the speech of Angus in the previous scene. It is Ross, the Thane of Ross, who we've mostly seen taking messages so far, and an old man. I think he's purely there for the idea that he is experienced and has seen a lot in his life to say how strange all of this is now, that he finds this strange. And they basically exchange between them stories of bizarre things that have happened that are omens of horrible times, and the awful things that are going to happen. We get an idea of an eclipse here. By the cloak clocked is day, and yet dark night strangles a travelling lamp. It's daytime, but the sun is being strangled by the night, and they ponder, is the day ashamed, or is the darkness dominating? The old man brings out the idea of a falcon being attacked and killed by a mousing owl. 2 predators, but the smaller predator beats the larger. The smaller defeats the larger. Is that meant to be just how people are rising up against things, or is it an image of Macbeth and Duncan, the order of things going wrong? Okay, and that's presented in many ways as the worst thing of what Macbeth does, that he's going against the natural order of things. They're mentioning the horses, which were wonderful, broke out and fought each other, turned wild, and then ate each other at the end. A very strange situation there. But again, does that refer to Duncan's court, possibly? Could be seen that way. His horses, the people all around him, meant to be the best here, are breaking out and making war with each other and eating each other up. Possible, or you could just see it as various ideas that show that the supernatural is beginning to dominate. Right, then in comes Macduff, and we get a completely different second half, where Macduff talks to Ross about everything that's happening in the world. It's kind of like a recap of the official story. Ross asks who did it. Macduff says those that Macbeth killed. Ross wants to know why. What good could they gain from it? Macduff says they were subordinate. Malcolm and Donalbain are stolen away, and that puts suspicion of the deed on them. Okay, so this is the official story. Everyone suspects Malcolm and Donalbain because they fled. We know why they fled. Ross finds that bizarre. Thriftless ambition, he talks about. Now, in a play about ambition, that's an interesting line. It's thriftless, it's against nature. This idea of going against what's expected. Then it's likely that Macbeth will be named king. Macduff says yes, he already has, and he's going up to his coronation at Scone, where Scottish kings are invested. But here comes the key one here. Ross says, are you on your way there to Macbeth's coronation? And Macduff says, no, cousin. Out of 5. Now, all the way through here, you get the feeling that Macduff's speeches show that this is official. He's always saying, this is what people are saying, not necessarily what I believed. Okay? And this definitely suspects to us he has suspicions of Macbeth. He does not back the idea of Macbeth as king. He's going home instead. So Ross says he's going to go. Well, I will river. And Macduff actually says, it seems to be taking the mick out of him then by saying, well, may you see things well done there. Him saying, well. And finish up by pointing out we need to be careful in case our new robes don't sit as well as our old robes. The new line of things isn't as good as what it used to be.